Large or medium, sir?
It was the celebration of two nations' confrontations, fiercely fought but friendly sporting confrontations which have endured for more than half of Australia's history. The Bicentennial Test was our national salute to one of the great sporting rivalries, England versus Australia in Test match cricket. Nowhere is the love-hate relationship between Australia and the old mother country better illustrated than in the cricket tests which the two countries have been contesting since 1877. While some fans savoured the deeds of past champions in the Sydney Cricket Ground Museum, the living legends of the game were arriving in force, and the pages of wisdom seemed to come to life. The greatest of them all, the Don, was in position early. Peter May, one of England's finest skippers and one of the game's classical stroke makers, was back at the scene of his triumphs.
The last time I was here in Sydney was when I was playing in 1959, so it was nearly 30 years, and it's a great thrill to be back at this ground because, not because I'm here, I'm saying it, but this was my favourite ground. Certainly it was got a lovely cricket atmosphere, and I think even the changes, which the new stands and the hill receding a bit, it's still got a lovely atmosphere.
Colin Cowdrey had an impressive fan club, the abbreviated version of the two Ronnies, Ronnie Corbett, and TV's favourite PM. Yes, Paul Eddington, who was apparently travelling incognito. As always, our own PM was well and truly cognito. This time he palled up with the much-loved Davo. To some legends, however, it was work as usual. Richie Benno, Ian Chappell, Doug Walters, Bill Laurie, Rod Marsh and co. settled down for another day in the commentary box.
And the England side have gone in with Vice-Captain John Embury, the off-spinner, and another off-spinner, but a different type.
But to most living legends, it was an all-too-rare chance to meet old friends and cricketing foes, to catch up on the passing years, and to relive some of the good times gone by. It's appropriate that this celebratory test match is being played against the changing panorama of the Sydney Cricket Ground. The changes which are so evident here are mirrored in the many changes which have been made to the game down the years. But in the eyes of many of the living legends, it's not the changes, but it's the things that have remained the same which make test match cricket so special.
Cricket is one game that you get so friendly with your opponents, not on the field but afterwards, and I think those things continue on. I don't know about the game. The game has changed a lot, I guess, with the one-day cricket coming in, but fundamentally I think it's pretty much the same.
It's these sort of things that, take you back in time, and the memories are still great, fortunately still vivid, and, we still bat and bowl against each other like we used to do.
I think the charm of a match like this is to meet one's old friends and to see Neil Harvey and Richie Benno and people we played against, Ray Lindwall, and to relive those great matches because we had some good battles.
Well, the only reason that I can see in coming to it really is to see the chaps that I played with, chaps I played against. That is the lovely part of it.
The Saturday crowd paid its tribute to the living legends during a lunchtime cavalcade around the ground. The fans saved a special cheer for the Don, and the great man responded with a rare show of spontaneity.
Lots of my best looking mates are not quite as good looking as when I met them years ago, which is another thing, isn't it?
It's an understandable thing.
But the hell with it all. It's a good day, the beer's cold, and everybody seems to me to be happy.
I'd been lucky enough to play with Bruce Bradman years ago, and he was one of those guys with an absolute freak, of course. He had something that nobody else ever had, and I don't think we'll ever see another one like him. But you'll get your great players coming through all the time, as we have a lot of them here this week, and they'll continue to do so.
I've never lost my love of the game. It wasn't something I wanted to get out of, it's something I was forced out of by the Yorkshire Committee, and I've always loved playing. I mean, that's the thing, you come here and you see the pitch and you think, Yeah, I'd like to be batting there.
Anybody who plays Test cricket is a good cricketer. There's no doubt about it, whether they played in the old days or they play today. So it doesn't very much change.
A great friend of mine's Brian Clough, the great football manager in England. And he says, whatever you do in any other part of your life, it's never as good as playing.
That may well be the end result, but I don't like to think that way about it. I mean, I look the other way and say, well, that was terrific, I really enjoyed it. But now there's a lot of other things and a lot of other challenges out there that I'd really like to get my teeth into. And, you know, from a family point of view, from a business point of view, and from a sporting point of view, I've got other objectives. And, you know, I'm looking forward to those.